Hello everybody, it's Wars here, and today we are gonna look at some hunter things. So, if we go into the game, I was just calling in a group of female red deer. There might be a male with them, which is the only reason why I'm bothering with them. I've actually done it before where I saw some females and I decided to call them in for target practice. And I called them in and this big stag red deer came in with them. It was really cool. So, as you can see, we have one dead red deer here. We have another one up there, and then we have another one right there. That's the biggest one I've shot so far. And so, I saw this bear, after I shot these 3 red deer, I saw this bear, so I went after the bear, and I ended up shooting it with my, not my crossbow, my 7mm Magnum bullpup, and then I was running after it to try and find it, and then another bear starts running. So I shoot that one, takes like 3 shots to kill, and then that one, I finally kill that one, and then as I'm running to get that one, another one pops up, and I shoot that one like 5 times. So I usually carry 20 ammo on me. I'm down to 8, so I've used 12 ammo on bears because I haven't used my gun at all. But besides those bears, I've only used the crossbow. So, this is a reverse draw crossbow. It's pretty cool. It's silent. It's like a regular bow. It's very silent. And it's more powerful and about as silent as the pulsar, which is the bow that I usually use. So, it's pretty cool. And let's have a look at the bullpup. As you can see, we've got a short barrel, and it's a lightweight gun. It's called the Raptor. It's a 7mm bullpup Raptor. It's got a magazine on the side right there. It's a 7mm Magnum. It's kind of hard to see. And we've got the handle, the triggers right under there. We've got, if we go to my inventory, we've got a, here, let's just look at the info. We've got a 3x9, 3 to 9 by 40 millimeter rifle scope black. It can zoom in 3 and 9, so I can zoom it in twice. For 3 and for 9, so you can take those like group shots where there's like a bunch of animals, and you need to like switch from one animal to another really quickly. You can shoot one and 3, then another, then another. And then for those really long, far away moving shots, you can zoom in. Ooh. Female, right directly in front of me, pretty much. Okay, I think that's my cue to move up here, so I'll give it one more call. Then we'll go up. Also, I've measured it out so that rock right in front of me, that one right there, the small one up by the mountain, that one is 40 meters away, which is the distance I'm going to be shooting with the crossbow. I like to use a crossbow because I said it's silent. It's about as silent as the pulsar, but it's definitely more powerful. Like, this thing will drop anything as long as you put a good shot on it. Stay here, Toby. Toby is my dog, as you guys probably saw if you watched any of our other Hunter episodes. He's the dog that I bought. They were on sale, so I just said, why not? Usually they're like 999 EMs, which is pretty much 1,000 EMs. So pretty much they're $10. But what did I call them? Did I call them over there? Because I saw a link on this rock. I'll just get on this rock. I wasn't really expecting to record it, but I decided, hey, why not? Why not just record a little bit for you guys? It's probably just going to be like picking up those guys down there, and yeah, there's a female. We'll see if there's anything. We'll wait a few. I can probably drop her, actually, if I wanted to. She is, we use our rangefinder. Yep, about 40 meters away, like I measured. I can probably take her down right now. Look at the top, and always put a good shot, and you'll usually drop them if you're using the reverse draw. Always aim probably for the shoulder blade, on right behind the shoulder blade. Every animal is different, but usually for almost all deer, I'm pretty sure, if you aim right behind the shoulder blade, you'll probably, if they're broadside, you'll double. Ooh, I leveled up my crossbow. If you're right behind the shoulder blade, if you are broadside and you put it right behind the shoulder blade, you'll double lung them and they'll drop, as long as you have good penetration, like with this crossbow. But if you have, like a Parker, well, I guess a Parker might do it. But the Parker Python is the weakest, I'm pretty sure the weakest weapon in the game, because everything else is a rifle, except for the crossbows and the bows, and every bow in the game, or crossbow, is stronger than the Parker. But the Parker is also the most silent bow in the game. So it's like if you're going to hunt boar, you don't want to use a Parker because you'll never penetrate them. But if you want to hunt, say, like deer, like roe deer are pretty small. You can probably use a Parker most of the time for them. But I don't think anything else is coming. Even though I got 2 calls, 2 female calls, I don't see any others. So I think we're just going to pick these guys up. I guess not. Okay, well, I guess we'll pick these guys up, and then, so that's the guy that I'm really excited about. I actually got a 217. That was the one that came with the female herd. This one's a 137. Oh wait, I didn't want to take a trophy shot. Whatever. Why not? It's not like I'm in a hurry. If it's a big animal, you really want to make sure you got a good trophy shot, but otherwise it doesn't really matter. So let's keep going. You should never run out. I was probably just running because of those bears over there, but you should never run. It's a bad idea. See, we double lunged her and we shoulder blade as well. So let's pick up this guy. I'm not going to trophy shot him unless, no, he's not good. Okay, so this is the one that we've been waiting for. 282.4, I think, is the highest one on the leaderboard. And I got a 217 the other day. So, and this guy looks pretty big. He's actually, this guy's huge. Okay, ready? Let's go. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. 213, not bad. I won't take that. I won't take that kind of a animal. Yep, let me take out you. So we're gonna spend a lot more time on this trophy shot because he's actually a pretty good one. We want to take a good one. Pick up his head. We want to be able to see all them antlers. That's a good shot. I'd say that's a pretty good shot. Let's take that shot. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay. Oh, what's that? Male. Ooh. I don't know why, but lately I've been having an obsession with roe deer. You know, let's see. How far away is that rock up there? 15 now. What do I do? 35. Let's back up a little bit. Make that 40. There we go. Okay. We'll call from here. Oh, is that them up there? Is there 2 of them? Whoa, okay. So there's 1 male and 2 females from what I can see. So we'll take out our good roe deer caller. We'll call and see if they start coming. Okay, they're coming. Now we're gonna back up to our good old rock right there. We're gonna tell Toby to shut up. Yes, yes, we know you're there. Don't worry, we'll shoot you. You won't be the only one that's not been shot. Also, I took down all 3 of those guys within within the same 5 minutes, because this thing is so silent that you'll never find a red deer stag with another red deer stag unless you call them to the same area. They won't travel that way. They'll travel with females, but they won't travel with other males. So I got all 3 of those guys to come in at different times, and they kind of met up. I took down the big guy first because I wanted him more than any of the others. The other ones were kind of small. But then none of the other ones spooked, so I said, hey, why not? I took down the other one. The other one didn't spook. I took down the other one. I've taken down a whole herd of red deer, like a stag and 3 females, I think, and none of them spooked. They all just went down because this thing has such good penetration and it's super silent. There's a certain range on, I'm gonna guess it's about 20 meters, if the animal's within 20 meters of you. If there are any animals within 20 meters of you when you fire that crossbow, they'll spook. If there are any animals within render distance of you when you shoot a gun, they'll all spook. And your render distance is about 220 meters. So, 220, pretty much your entire mini-map is gone as soon as you shoot a gun. But if you shoot, say, a crossbow, anything within 20 meters is gone, but everything else is still there. Unless the other animals that spooked run towards that, and then so if a spooked animal runs towards another animal, that animal will spook as well. So they'll both run. I've had it before where I shot a doe, and I didn't realize there was a buck, and there was another doe. And so the doe spooked and ran. I was using a bow, but the doe was so close, it was right under me. So it spooked and ran. Ooh, we gotta get ready. Okay. But it spooked and ran, and then I saw this. Oh, I don't want to shoot in the butt. How far away are you? While we wait for you to turn for us. About 42. Okay. Come on, turn around. You know you want to. Ideally, we'll take down the mall. Because that way I'll get tons of levels on my crossbow. Here, let's just angle it. If we angle it right... Oh, dang it. I'm running out of breath. Spook. Dang it, okay. He won't run very far. Look at him, he's limping. Oh, he's dead. Is that another female spook over there? No? You're good? You can let female just run right past you? Oh, okay. You're making me look like a liar. I was kind of expecting to be done when I shot the bears, because I shot the gun and I didn't think anything would still be nearby. But then I went after the bears and came back, and roe deer and some red deer females were waiting for me. So I won't complain. I mean, the more shots I get with this crossbow, the more kills I get, the more levels it gets, and that means that I can hold my breath longer. As you saw, that was a slight problem just a few seconds ago when I shot that roe deer. That was a slight problem, and it makes my weapon steadier when I hold my breath. I'm laying prone, so my weapon pretty much doesn't shake at all, I should say. And if you're in one of those tower stands that naturally spawn, it won't shake either, no matter if you're holding your breath or not. But if you're like standing up, or crouched, it's a lot. It shakes a lot if you're level 1, and as you get a higher level, the shaking goes down. And this is just a good episode to talk because the deer decide that they don't want to come in today. I'll try to show you guys, but when the roe deers spook, they make this like clacking sound. It's like quack, quack, quack. It's like no, I can't imitate it. But I'll show you in a sec. Ooh, someone called. Who called? Was it a female? Yes, it was. Oh, there's one behind me? Oh no, that's gonna be a problem. Hopefully I can take this one out before that happens. How close are you getting? It's past 40 meters. I'm gonna have to take it out at 20. Because it's gonna come straight to me because I just called right there from this spot. I like to like call from like right there or something so that they don't come directly to me. Especially with like bucks or stags or whatever. The only reason I called is because I wanted the other one to come, but I think it's ignoring me. Okay, so you have just decided to be a problem, haven't you? So, if you want to be a problem, you can be a problem. There we go, down it goes. Now, to me it sounds like there should be a female coming up behind me. So we'll call from this rock again. See if that female there will come in. We want that female to come in over there, I guess. We really don't care. I mean, if a female spooks, it doesn't really matter unless it spooks towards another animal. Which, judging by the sound, I don't hear any other animals. The thing is, the game will give you however many calls every few minutes. So, if it'll only give you like one call every few minutes. So, if there's a bunch of females calling, you might never hear that buck that's coming in, and then bam, it runs because you never heard it. I was sitting there one time in Hirschfelden, and I was calling in this small, pretty small, red deer stag, and he was coming in, and so earlier when I first called, I heard a call from across the river, and I was like, oh, there's another stag over there, but I thought it was probably just small. So I kind of ignored it, I just moved on, and so I decided, I don't even know how I did this. Like another few meters and I would have been dead, but I was like calling him in and he wasn't coming, and I disappeared over the hill, and I thought, maybe I should just, I was watching him and he was walking around on top of the hill and he was ignoring me because he was spooked. And I was like, maybe I should just look and see if that other one's coming in. I look behind me, that big stag, like huge, is coming up behind me, and like in another few meters he would have spooked. But I looked behind me at the right time, and he never called again. Like he called that first time across the river, he never called again. I looked behind me, he was like 20 meters away. I pulled out my crossbow and I shot him and he dropped. I never got that other stag though, because he walked over the hill and disappeared. But that was, oh my gosh. That was probably one of my highest scoring animals. Well, red deer, I should say. I've had like 1,000 scoring wild boar. Wild boar are very high scoring. Like certain animals score very high because each animal has a different kind of score. Like deer are scored by their antlers. So if you have a deer that has really small antlers, roe deer, I'll show you when we go pick up that roe deer buck that we shot, but roe deer, they have like these really tall, like just these things sticking up out of their head. They're antlers, but they're not that big, they're like tiny. But they stick up out of their head, and the highest scoring ones on the leaderboards are like 200. A white-tailed deer that scores 200 has like a huge rack coming out really wide and curving around at the end with like 8, 9 tines on each side. Like, those are huge bucks if you want to get a 200 plus whitetail. It's so hard. Like, if you find a 200 plus whitetail, it will spook in like 10, within, like, by the time it gets within like 60 meters, it'll spook and run for its life, because those things are so smart. Like, the higher scoring it is, the smarter it is. I've seen, like, big whitetail bucks. They'll be, like, walking around, and I'll be, like, 60 meters away. It's, like, 150 scoring whitetail buck. It'll see me and run. And also, when you're chasing big deer, they're really sensitive. So, like, you can, like, be creeping up on one, and, like, if you spooked it, and it'll be running. And then you'll find a roaming track, and the next track you find is fleeing. Like, they roam for, like, 1 or 2 tracks, and then they just run for it, because they're so smart. Like, it's almost impossible to track one. Kind of give up on this road here over here. I think I'm just gonna go, like, it, unless it comes. Is it coming? This is probably very boring for you guys. And now I'm just gonna go get my road deer that I have. Okay. So we'll pick up this female. How long has it been? 21. Okay, I think we'll probably end it soon. This was kind of just a talking video. Oh, are you coming? If we're gonna end it, I'll just shoot that one with a gun. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it with a gun. I think it's seen me. Oh no, it hasn't. Whatever. There we go, drop on the spot, okay. So now we'll grab out anything nearby, just ran for its life. The thing about single player games is the things will spook. With anything within your render distance will spook. On a multiplayer game, anything within like 500 meters will spook, because it's a multiplayer game. Everything's constantly rendered, so the animals will like, because there are other players on, they're constantly rendering other things, so the animals will hear that shot because they're rendered in, and they'll run for it. They'll bolt. That's why they say, like, you can't shoot, like, on some multiplayer servers, or, like, you can't shoot within 500 meters of another player, because if you shoot a gun, that thing's going. Like, it's gone. And then that player might have been tracking it for, like, a while, and then suddenly, bam, out of nowhere, it just spooks. And they hear a faint gunshot, and they're like, really? At least that's how I would feel if I found out that my animal that I had been tracking forever spooked because someone else shot a gun near me. So let's see what this guy scores. 185. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. My result is 29, which gives me spot 7 in the biggest row competition. Oh, I said 1. I never really actually complete any of the competitions I sign up for. Like, sometimes I'll sign up for a competition, but I'll never actually complete it. I'll do something else. Or it'll expire. I'll sign up late and it'll expire before I can do anything. But I actually, earlier I was on Hirschfelden hunting some roe deer, and I think I got a 28 average, which is just 1 below. So it's an average of your top 3 weight, like, you'll harvest 3 roe deer, and it'll average the weight of all of them, and that's your entry for that. You get, I think you get 10 attempts, and whatever your highest average is what you'll win, is what they'll put in, and then I don't even know if there's a prize for the winner. I think it's just random. I think it's just like saying that you won or something, but I've never actually won one, and I've never seen someone win one, so I wouldn't know. Let's just go over here, why not? But guys, for some reason, over in this area down here, this is for some reason really good for bears. Like, I found like 3 bears just around this area down here. As you can see from my path, I've gone down the lodge down here. I went down all the way down to here and back up, collecting all my bears. And then I came back around to where we just were. Where that dot is where we just were. And then this is where we are right now. So we are like, we went places, and there were lots of bears in those places. But yeah, what you want to do really is you want to run. I know I said it was bad to run, but for what I did, I just ran around, and the bears would run, and then I would get my bullpup out and just pick them off. It took me like I would hit it, it would run, I would wait for it to slow down, because usually they'll stop right within render distance. So I shot it, it ran, it would stop, or at least it wouldn't stop, it would slow down, then I would shoot it again, and it would run again, then it would slow down, then I would shoot it again, and then it finally died. Like, I would be sitting there so angry because I was taking so many shots to kill one animal, and it was really annoying, but I think we're probably just gonna end it. I think I spooked this area enough today. Don't think there are any more left. One of them died all the way up there. One of them died, I think, right there. And then another one died, down there more. What's this guy? The red deer. Okay, cool. That might have been one of the, actually, that might have been one of the red deer down there if it's leading that way. Actually, no. It wouldn't be, because when you kill an animal and pick it up, when you pick up an animal, it takes away their tracks. It takes their tracks off the map. Because otherwise, you could follow a dead animal all the time. That would be quite annoying. Yeah, that's a fox. A lot of times, if you don't, like, actually hear the sound, but your hunter mate picks it up, it's usually probably a fox. Unless you have your volume turned down really low. But usually for everything else, like, red deer or roe deer, you'll actually hear, like, the sound of a you'll actually hear, like, this sound. Or leave it something like that. It changes between male and female. And then for a roe deer, you'll actually hear this sound. But for some reason with red foxes, you can just barely. Sometimes I can't even hear it. Like, I think I've only heard it like 2 or 3 times probably. I tried hunting red fox. It's actually really hard. Like, it's called a predator. You lure with a predator jackrabbit collar, which just makes it like come in because they think it's prey. And they are very aware of their surroundings, which makes it very hard to hunt them. Like, if you want to set up like an ambush, what you have to do is you have to put out the call, and then you have to go like 30 to 40 meters away, because anywhere closer than that, they'll spook and run for it. I've had before where I was hunting with the pulsar, I was hunting the red fox with the pulsar, and I would stand up to take my shot, I would draw back, and as I was drawing back, they would spook. Like, usually an animal won't spook if you just, like, stand up and draw back, but that thing just bolted as soon as I drew back my bow. It was so weird. And then I got mad at myself because there were 2 of them, and one of them, they both ran for it, so And I'd been sitting there for like 30 minutes waiting for them because for some reason they like to take a long time to get into the call. Or at least sometimes they take forever to get into the call. Sometimes they just trot right in. I've had it before where I put out a call. They trot right in and spook because I wasn't there. I wasn't ready. I was like going to my spot and they would come up behind me and spook and run for it. But I don't think we're going to see anything, guys. So, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Not subscribed. But if you are subscribed, tell me in the comments. And yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have had a great day. I know that your day might be terrible, but it can always, remember, you can always make it better. It can always be better, or you can always make it better. It can't always be better, but you can always at least try to make it better. If you just think, when you wake up, I used to do karate, and my sensei always said, if you wake up and say, this is going to be a good day, not just like, oh, this is going to be good, no. This is going to be a good day, like, very, very authoritatively. If you tell yourself, if you force yourself to believe that this is going to be a good day, it will be a good day. I can tell you that much. I tried it, it works, it's true. It's a tried and true way to... Oh, there's a red fox. Hello. It'll probably spook, but I don't have anything to shoot it with besides my crossbow. I do not have the color with me right now, so... yeah, it's probably gonna see me in a second. But hey, we'll try, why not? Now there is a scope for the crossbow where that has an 80-meter sight pin on it, which would be helpful right now. But hey, you can't win them all. Like, I had a choice: get the crossbow and the colors that I wanted, or get the scope on the crossbow. He's probably hearing Toby right now. Oh no, he's not. Okay. If you want to be a stupid fox today, if I can find my way across here, I might get you. But only if I can find my way across. Oh, hello. Well, that was just a female, so it was like, oh, probably saw the female spook. Okay, well, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, just leave something. Tell me somehow, like, comment, I don't know, something to tell me that you enjoy what I do. I mean, I don't, you know, it's hard to explain. It's better for me and for everyone if you just leave some support. I mean, it's not that hard. Just go below and click the like button. I mean, it takes like 1 second, but not many people do it. Like, you can look at channels with like 15 million subscribers, 30,000, like 5 million views or whatever, and they only have like 100K likes, but 5 million people watch them. It's just not many people think about it. Like, when they actually like a video, they don't actually think about, hey, I should go below and hit the like button. But if you do that, it does help. Like, it helps if you hit the like button. It tells other people, hey, this video has a lot of likes, well, maybe I'll like it. And they go and they find it, and it's, you know, it's good. And if you're watching to the very end, you actually care, and that's nice. But, you know, it's just something. Remember, if you're watching this in the morning, do it now. If you're watching it like later, just do it tomorrow morning. Just say, when you wake up, say, this is going to be a great day, and your day will be better. Goodbye.